Hello, friends.
Good evening, everyone.
We're back, aren't we?
We are.
It seems like you're ready.
Does it?
That's what the songwriter said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me make sure I don't forget anything.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, welcome. If this is your first time tuning in to the vlog, buckle up.
Put your seatbelts on, guys.
We're gonna behave tonight, but I really feel
Maybe.
cut up. I feel cut up tonight. Last episode, it was good. It was clean. It was wholesome. It was rated G. I mean, my kids could have watched last episode. This episode, I don't know how I'm feeling.
We'll see.
We'll rate it after we get done. So welcome. We believe in sharing our failures, successes.
Yeah.
How many years we rocking together?
17.
We've been in the game 17 years. I told somebody that the other day, and they said, "Have you ever had an affair?" I said, "Listen, I can't win them all. Okay, I can't win them all. Okay, you want me to keep my credit right, drink water, balance my check? I can't win them all." So we've been through it all, just about. But we're here. We've lived to tell the story. That's the whole beauty of it. All things work. I can't hear nobody. Where's my mic at? So Brittany and I, we have a unique story.
We do.
And we just want to share that with you.
Yeah.
So tonight's going to be part two
Yeah.
to last week's episode.
Yeah. We gave
So
some homework
get some
questions.
homework.
Yeah.
So we're going to answer those questions that we presented for the homework last week. We're going
That's
to
right.
demonstrate them before you. I don't believe you can't be telling folks to do stuff, encouraging them to do it, and don't model it, okay? So I learned by hands-on.
Okay. Hands on.
Come on, love. My love language is physical touch.
Oh, yeah, he about to cut up to
If
that.
something happens to your hands, I need you to take them nubs. Okay, I need you to put your touch
Get
me.
off of me.
Who was that made that song? Casey.
You are
Touch
crazy.
me, tease me. So, I meant to say one more thing before we begin. We'll cut
Okay.
you loose.
Oh, me, huh?
Oh, Brittany was out of town for about 3 days and 3 nights last week. It get hard sometimes. My God. Listen, shout out to the singles. Shout out to those of you who are married to somebody who's deployed or in the joint or wherever they at. Or if
You was missing your girl.
man, I had to have my medicine. I can't sleep without my medicine. I'm not used to just going to sleep. I need to be put to sleep. Listen. I'll tell you, one night I was up at 4 a.m. just looking at the walls. Man. So if you single,
I'm home. It's there.
yeah, I'm
You refreshed. That's right.
yeah,
You nice
I
and
had a
clear.
good night's sleep. My God. So she was missed. Shout out to the singles
You
who's
were
holding it
missed
down.
too, even though I was gone. I was missing you.
Okay. I was down bad. Woo. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop. But so listen, I don't believe in preaching to singles about you. Listen, I understand. I ain't got no judgment for you. Listen, so okay. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Yeah, go on and say
Go
it.
and say
You
it.
didn't already start.
I ain't coming against your roles. I ain't coming against your equipment. Just sometimes you gotta help yourself.
I didn't know that's what you was gonna say, but okay.
Listen, what you do, that's your business. I understand.
So good and rosy right
Yeah,
now, but
I
it's
understand.
okay.
I understand. I understand. What you say? You can help. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Listen, I'm free.
you're free. That's good.
The married bed. I don't know what they say about the single. Okay. Anything you want to say before we begin? You gotta tell us something. I
Welcome
don't wanna do all
back,
the time.
y'all. You really covered a lot for us already. I think that we are ready to just dive into the content, but you would like me to say something other than
If you want.
I was gone.
You was gone.
He missed me.
Yeah.
I missed him, but I'm back.
Tell them about the season where you worked
Oh Lord.
days and I worked nights, or when you were working out of town.
Yeah,
how we
we
make it
had
good.
a couple of like hard seasons where our schedules were opposite on top of having children to care for, which made our time very, very limited. And we had to be super strategic about getting quality time with each other. I was, how he said he was down bad because I was gone for 4 days. He was working 12-hour shifts overnight, 6 days a week.
They all were 12, but appreciate
They really were.
it. So,
I was counting. So that meant that I was responsible for working still my 8 hours, managing the
I
children,
can't cook.
cooking, cleaning, maintaining everything, and then going to bed alone at night. That was
Ooh.
quite depressing. I think that was the season that cemented for me.
What?
I do not want to be a single parent. I ain't listen.
Hey, everybody got to go through
God
it.
bless every single parent out there. I am not built to be a single
Yeah.
parent. I'm just not.
Married life
I would
chose
either
you.
have to be a weekend parent or be
Visitation.
married. Yeah, I
Right.
couldn't.
Listen, I
And people
appreciate.
can really say whatever they want to say about it because they be like, wait, the mom don't ever listen. I know my capacity, and I have need of the father to be in the home.
Okay,
I
come
just
on, air that out. Where's I need my mic? Let me say this. I really gain a lot of insight when we talk to couples who have been through hell. See, if you young and you popping and little things popping, big things stopping, you think you just full of yourself and you sitting on a BBL and you got your veneers and you just and you get with somebody and everybody is an option. I don't think them work. I see a higher success rate with those people who have been through hell and have been with an idiot and then say, okay, if I get in the game again, I'm gonna appreciate when I get somebody that's quality, and they're gonna appreciate me when those relationships.
Listen, let me tell you how true that is, right? Because I thought about this. Ooh, was it yesterday?
I need to get you a 7 that's been through hell.
Ooh, that's raggedy.
Well, I'm just saying,
you know, be a 7.
the 10s is rare.
My ex was trash, and
God.
so
Oh,
I
you
was
doing this.
thinking about what my life would have been like if I would have stayed with this individual because I saw the individual and I was like, ooh, it made me feel sick to my stomach. I said, oh Jesus, I dodged the bullet. Thank you, Lord.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Oh God.
That's all I could think. That's compliments. to
Every 10 ain't loyal.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. The most beautiful person in the room could be the most disloyal person in the room.
That's true. Or the most toxic.
I can't hear nobody
That's
say.
true.
God might have your blessing as a 7. You just take that 7 and tell the Lord thank you.
Well, here's the other thing too. I think sometimes people underestimate a person's potential, right? So just because they a 10 right now don't mean in 5 years they're gonna still be a 10 because you don't know their habits, you don't know how they're gonna care for themselves, you don't know how they're gonna maintenance themselves. But the 7, right? That's what I was about to say. The 7 may age wonderfully. They may have a good regimen. They may take their vitamins and everything and
they
be
treat
looking
you right. That 10 may be bopping you upside your head 10 times. You've aged well. I feel like we're in a time machine. Like we're going backwards. That black. What they say about that black?
It don't crack.
They probably. I hear the light skin jokes.
Listen,
okay, we coming for business tonight.
We did.
Let's get down to business. So we listed the framework or the gist of the last episode was, that sounds country again. We were discussing the importance of not assuming that you know the person that you're with,
but taking the time to relearn the person that you're with.
So people change, people evolve.
That's right.
What you needed 5 years ago may not be what you need today.
It's not going to be. If somebody is really being honest with themselves, your needs change as you change. So unless you are a stagnant individual,
don't come for nobody.
It's not willing to grow and evolve, your needs will change. That's just period.
So these questions, this comes from the Holistic Psychologist. She's on Twitter, IG, Instagram. She gave a list of categories that there are questions inside of those, each category, to help you investigate and to initiate emotional intimacy. One of the things that dies in a relationship, as we just assume that who we married initially, that person is the same person and they will always need the same thing that they needed when you first got with them, is that emotional intimacy dies. So these are probing questions to help you investigate who that person that you're with is currently.
Right.
I'm probably version 12.0.
Right.
You probably version 14, 15.0.
True.
So
know the current me.
Don't
not
make
the former me.
Don't make the mistake of assuming that you knew them when you met them. because things change. So I got a list real quick, and then we're going to go into these
Okay.
questions. We're going to model these questions before y'all tonight.
Before.
Changes. These are things that can possibly change within an individual during the existence of your relationship, platonic or romantic. It goes both ways. Needs change, wants change, desires change, burdens change, rules change, restrictions can change, fantasies can change. So
Dreams and ambition
come on,
can change.
anything else? Career
Career.
choices, career paths.
Mhm.
You go from flat stomach,
Health can change. Appearance can change.
your number of people of houses. Your parents can get sick. You can go from it just being the two of you to being a caretaker. And that takes a toll on people. And we have to make sure that we are asking the other, what's up with you? Where you at? How you doing?
Yeah.
Don't let the situation bring it up. Be proactive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gonna answer your questions first? Let's hear you talk.
Ooh, are you gonna ask me the question?
Yeah, I'll
and I
ask you.
answer?
Yeah. So there's 4
Answer.
categories of questions. Feeling questions,
Interest,
interest questions,
future,
future questions,
and play.
Play.
Yeah.
We give a definition of play, just in case they missed last episode.
So play are things that bring you joy as an adult. And it's not like the typical, oh, I'm gonna go shopping. Like, what are things that you do that really don't cost you anything to do that bring you joy? So, like, I like to roller skate, I like to paint, I like to listen to music, I like doing movies. We do puzzles with the kids. Those
So that's
are
play.
examples of play.
Also, I think it's appropriate to add play is something that you can engage in, that you can lose track of time doing.
Yeah,
So if you are watching the clock while you're doing it,
it's probably
probably
not
not be considered as play.
play. That's a good way to describe that. I'm glad you specified that.
Recess
yeah.
was only 15 and we get to that later.
Oh.
So those are the categories of the questions. So number 1, I'm going to ask you all 4, and you can ask me all 4.
Okay.
I think there's 16 total. Is that right? 4, 8, 12, 16.
Okay, I'm ready, I think.
When's the last time you felt excited or inspired?
Ooh. Excited in what sense?
Whatever you want to sky's
So I was excited to see you on Monday when I got home.
Yes.
Inspired. I feel like my career is very inspiring because I get to help others.
All right.
So pouring into others is inspiring to me.
I'm trying to think if I knew that. I think I did.
I think you knew both.
Right.
So do you want me to ask you now, or you want to go through all 4 of my questions?
Marcus, what you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, ask me. Damn, I ain't not ready.
It's okay.
All right, go
When
ahead.
was the last time you felt excited or inspired, or both?
The last time I can remember being inspired
Don't expire on me. We need you to stay around a lot longer.
was I was having a conversation with my brother from out of town, and we were talking about the future and what it looked like for the both of us, and we really were just encouraging one another that the future is bright.
It is.
And we were discussing some endeavors that we are engaged in that really just sparked my inspiration. Like, yeah, there's a whole lot going on politically, economically, in the world, but I'm inspired. I'm hopeful for the future.
Good. What about excited? When was the last time you felt excited?
Come on, use yours.
He came to cut up today, y'all.
Yeah, I came. I'm really good. When I saw when you came back, but the fellas had a fellas night in while you were gone, and so I was excited for that. I really needed that more than I thought that I did, and we cut. I'm surprised that there's not paper shavings all over because we cut up.
I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah. So number 2 for you. When's the last time you felt heard and understood?
I feel like that's a staple in our relationship at this point. So we make a point to have those like debriefing conversations every night. Where you at? How you feeling? What's going on with you? Or just sitting out on the porch and just talking about anything. Sometimes we talk about the stars and the moon, but it's really just whatever is coming up or bubbling up that we feel like, sometimes the conversation may be family. Sometimes it might be politics. Sometimes it's the word. Sometimes it's work. So just feeling like I can bring up any subject with you and talk about it makes me feel understood and heard.
Heard and understood.
Mhm.
Okay.
What makes you feel understood and heard?
The last time,
Mm-hmm.
a individual who I had not talked to in a minute. This
Mhm.
probably been maybe 2-3 years. He called me
Uh-huh.
and he said 9 words
Oh,
to me in a
yeah.
sentence, and I was
Crying.
through.
Yeah, showing your shoulders.
I mean, he had me. I said, "Don't get on this phone. I got to go to work." But he really, with just some people that, even though there is time that can pass, like when there's a connection, there's just a connection. And he really just spoke to what I needed to hear, and it was just one of those what's understood don't got to be explained.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, yeah." So that was probably the highlight. What's today? Wednesday.
Yeah.
That was probably the highlight of the week.
Yeah.
That was a highlight. I really felt heard, and I just knew that he understood by his choice of vocabulary. I was like, "You get it. You understand? All right."
That's good. You want me to do 3?
No. Okay, back and forth. Where do you feel most at peace? I already know the answer to this.
You do.
Where you
At
feel most
home.
at peace? At
Yeah.
home?
Yes.
Why?
Just because we have been so intentional about setting our atmosphere. So,
What that mean?
like when I walk in the house, it's peaceful, it's calm, it's serene.
Due to?
Just because there's certain things we just don't do no more. We're gonna be yelling and screaming. We ain't fussing and fighting. So like, we come home, the kids want to tell us about their day. We gonna cook dinner. We gonna spend some time together and maybe watch a movie. Maybe play a game or just hang out, ask them random questions, or they gonna ask us random questions. So it's just a part of my day that I look forward to.
What's so dope about being an adult is that we get to make the rules.
Mm.
And whatever we don't like, we get to say we don't like it in the confines of your home.
Yeah.
And whatever temperature you set, whatever kind of environment you want to have at home, as the adults, you get to say we ain't doing that, we doing this. So I wanted you to elaborate on that because I think that there are Dave Hollister decreed and declared, I think it was in 2000, take care of home.
Listen,
I can't hear nobody.
That's
Okay,
true.
I'm done.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. Where do you feel most at peace?
At home, with my people,
Okay.
with people that know me, that I can just be me.
Yeah.
Around when we out in the streets together.
Okay.
And then when I'm playing music or listening to music, and when I'm also assisting, I really feel at peace when I'm meeting a need, when I'm helping someone. Something that I've been through or experienced is untangling them or giving
like
them
serving
clarity.
others with wisdom.
Yeah. I feel at peace.
Would you say at peace or fulfilled when you're doing that? Okay.
I think that when I'm fulfilled, I'm at peace.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Bars tonight. Come on. Unscripted bars. All right. Number 4 under the area of feeling questions. When do you feel most connected to me? Don't read my answers. I got my answers written down. Don't read my answers. Come on. This is your own.
I don't have to read your answer.
When you feel most connected to me?
When I'm with you. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, come on.
I'll leave it at that.
Praise goes right there. When you feel connected to me. Okay.
Well, okay. So here is my thought on that without going too deep, right?
It's rated R.
That is an area that's only for you and me. So of course I will feel the closest to you during those moments and times because it's an area of our life that we only share with one another. So that's my answer, y'all.
I got the same when we making love.
It's the way you said it though. Okay?
I was getting ready to sing the song. When we I'm gonna think. Yeah, and in conversation. When there are no interruptions.
Yes.
When we're not parents.
Yeah.
When we're not in our career, but when the evening has come and we're not at work or in passing,
Our kids still have a bedtime to ensure that we have one-on-one time every night. Even though they teenagers, even though they don't go to sleep when they go to their
Just get
room,
out of here. You ain't got
they
to go
know
home.
that at the designated time, it's time for you to go start winding down because that's what we about to go do. We about to go start winding down.
Wind down.
Yeah.
So those conversations really, really, really make make me feel connected. It's a lot that happens during the day. It's a lot that both of us experience just with work and life. So it's always good to be able to come home to reconnect.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of things can drain an individual.
Yes.
So, when I'm laying in my bed, it's really like your iPhone laying on that
Yes, the
wireless
charger.
charger. I need to charge up.
Exactly.
So
No, I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree.
you was gone them nights. So my phone was on red. I had to put it on low power mode. Why are you so stressed? I'm tense, okay? All right, so interest
I'm a little heavy.
questions. See, I wouldn't go through it. What is something that you're really interested in right now?
Right now. I would say there's a few things that I'm really interested in. So, career wise, I had a change in career last year, still in the medical field, but just a different perspective. So, I feel like there's still things that I'm absolutely learning. And then I have embarked on rereading the whole Bible from start to finish. So, I think it's interesting to reread the word at different points in your life because what is revealed to you is different in those seasons. So it has been very eye-opening to like go over it again and be like, "Oh, how did I miss that before?" Or, "Oh my God." This is my favorite thing to do, right? Because I wake up in the morning to read. I'd be like, "John, did you know?" He'd be looking like, "Girl, I'm asleep." But
Battery ain't been powered on yet.
or if he is awake, he'll be like, "Go ahead, read to me." I'd be like, "Okay." So it says, but I just enjoy it because it's so peaceful in the morning that I feel like I'm really able to absorb that knowledge. So I would say those are the two things right now.
Cool. I love that.
And what's something you're working towards now?
I would probably say off the top of my head, unlearning
Ooh.
where there's been lack of information or misinformation.
Yeah.
So I've have a newfound hunger for
He's become a bookworm, y'all.
yeah, I'm
Reading a whole lot.
yeah. So and I have ADHD.
So it's a grace on you.
Yeah,
to
when
be
when the grace
consuming.
hit me, I got to
Yeah.
go because ain't no telling when they gonna open up again. So
Yeah.
I'm working on that just to consume information that's beneficial
Yeah.
to help me just in all areas of my life.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
Number two, what area of life do you think would look most different in 5 years? Just give us one.
Oh my God. Y'all, in 5 years, we're going to have two adults. In 5 years, we will have a 20-year-old.
Oh yeah,
And an 18-year-old in 5 years.
I'm just gonna be here before you know it.
Isn't that crazy? I remember carrying these kids and birthing these kids. So to think that we're going to have adults in 5 years is a major like mental shift for me. Because it's like, okay, I got to start really loosening the reins and letting them discover what it's like to make all of these decisions and choices
Yeah.
while we're still there to shepherd them so that they can be
Yeah.
safe and healthy and effective as adults.
Yep.
So, okay, what about you? What are areas of life do you think will look most different in 5 years?
The area of life I think would look most different.
Mhm.
Man, just about every area. I think that
Yeah.
even I always make reference to this, but just what is happening globally
Yeah.
in our nation.
Mhm.
Like change is happening. It seems like time is moving faster
Mm-hmm.
than it previously did. And
Mhm.
so, I mean, TCIM, things change in minutes. So a lot. I mean, I don't think that there's one area that it will be the same
Right.
in 5 years, which is a good thing. But
Right.
it just means that like conversations like these are really imperative because you can do something for so long and then turn around and look back at it again and things have changed.
Yeah.
And so I think that one of the things for relationships that is so important to understand is that they don't stay the same and they can get stale
Yeah.
very quickly.
Ever
And
changing and evolving.
people get bored and it shows up in different ways.
Okay, give me some ways
Oh God.
getting bored looks like.
I think that we are creatures of routine,
Yeah.
and it's just easy to get locked into your routine and just take for granted that person that's with you, not realizing that there are people that are in the world that would love who you call a five in communication, or who someone would love to have your problems.
Right.
And so
What we consider a
what we
problem,
would
somebody
consider our
else would be like,
problem.
what?
Come on, that's Mike F said it. So I just think that because we are creatures of habit, it is so easy to get bored. And so I want to, Joe said,
What did he say?
he said, I want to know. I can hear nobody in this kitchen.
Okay.
And I think that's important.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you can keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Is by rediscovering.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So that's what is something that you want more of in your life? I like these two questions. What's something that you want more of? What you want more of?
I think that I just want more like joy and love. Because those things just fill my tank. So I feel like the more of that I have, or the more that I'm able to produce and the things that we have going on in life, the more fulfilled I'm going to feel.
What's something that you want less of?
Ooh, less. Okay. Less busyness.
Explain.
Our life is really busy right now. Between our...
You see us yawning, don't you? Yeah.
Between work, our personal responsibilities, our family responsibilities, like not even just our nucleus, but our extended family, what they need, the assistance that we're helping with those areas. Just, it's a lot of moving pieces for us right now, which is not bad, but it's just a lot. So I'm looking forward to those moments where it's not so busy, where we can just be like, you know what, let's just enjoy each other today.
Come on now.
So
call in sick.
Well, I wasn't saying all of that, but I was just thinking like we get the wisdom and the insight to produce wealth without having to call in, because there is no clock to clock in on. That's what I'm saying.
Your own boss.
You can be my boss.
Well,
just know if I don't clock in, I still want to get paid.
No, it don't work like that. You got to give something. Okay, ask me. I ain't ready.
What's something you want more of in your life?
Probably to not hustle, to be free from, I think kind of what you said about the feeling the pressure to always be producing for the clock. And I just think that I would like more, free time to create, which will go into a question that we got coming up. But so that's that answer. And
then what's something you want less of?
I really believe that I have control over this.
Yeah.
But I still think it's to be said, pressure of expectation. I hate unnecessary expectation.
So less pressure.
Yeah, I want less of that.
Less of that.
So I got to reintroduce y'all to 2.0, what I say? Version 12.0, yeah. So I'm 12.1. Like, when that iPhone update come out, you got to re-acclimate yourself to features that they got
or you're going to have issues.
Yeah, you don't want to be behind. So, societal pressure of expectations. So that's one of the things why when I'm with my people, I can just be me. They can be them. We'll get into it. Okay, so those were future questions. We almost done. If you did these questions with your significant other or your roommate or whoever you're with or in relationship with, let us know. Let us know how they went. Let us know if there was something that was discovered that you did not know or you knew in part. If you've got the time, if you did it, we want to hear from you to see if you did these questions, how it went over.
Let us know.
Yeah. Okay, so play. I like play.
And then we have to go back to interest.
We skipped interest?
We did.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do interest. What's something you're really interested in right now?
Right now, I am... Ooh, what's something I'm really interested in right
now? Oh, we didn't do interest.
I feel like I do so many things.
And do? What you're interested in?
Okay, so what has really been like germinating in my brain quite a bit is I feel like everybody is produced to be an answer to a problem.
All right.
So I have been personally thinking about, okay, how can I serve the patient population that I work with every day in a more effective way? Because every time I see a patient, I'm like,
Dang, that's
they need
good.
help with this and they need help with this and they need help with this. So I just been keeping like little mental notes about that because I'm like, Lord, just reveal to me how I can be an answer to these issues that I keep seeing on a daily basis.
Dang, that's good. That's
Okay.
stealable. I ain't gonna do it, but that's
Now it's your
stealable.
turn. What's something you're really interested in right now?
um, Meeting a need.
Yeah,
I'm like for real finding out where the need is at,
yeah.
which is gonna lead to my play question.
You got a
But
servant's heart.
yeah, and I think that there are so many needs just in the world,
That's right.
and we only have a short amount. Like we sometimes we go through old pictures. Our kids, our children who are teenagers now, they were
We
just
just blinked.
toddlers the other day, and so I'm thinking
And
about
now our
how
children
much,
are looking at me in the eyeballs. You
man,
still the tallest person in the house,
just by
but
feet.
I'm not. And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm
Uh,
like, what is going on? Y'all just gonna grow by leaps and bounds,
so
huh?
assignment
Mhm.
on top of enjoyment and
Yeah.
just enjoying life.
Mhm.
But assignment is really probably really something that I'm interested in right now. Just making sure that I am rested, equipped, in, downloaded with new insight
Okay.
to do to meet the need in the earth,
Okay.
in my sphere of influence.
I love it.
So this is one of those things that I'm really interested in doing this. Like, woo, it is, shout out to every content creator who is spilling their guts or broadcasting their life or sharing their knowledge or insight in particular areas on a consistent basis. Y'all,
Right.
this is work.
It's
Shout
work.
out to the editor,
Yeah.
our videographer. This is really time consuming.
Mhm.
And so we are burdened to do it because
We are.
relationships, they're just currency right now, and
Mhm.
nobody is doing life on their own.
That's
If they
right.
are telling you
That
they're
is
lying
right.
or they're in pain
That's right.
because we're not made to do it by ourselves. So
Mhm.
I'm interested in making sure that I am utilizing every gift that I have to its fullest capacity. I got gifts I ain't even
Unwrap
yet. Unwrapped yet with my Tulsa tongue. What is it? Sorry.
He's
So
from Kansas, y'all.
So
The little apple.
I want to make sure that when I die, the casket is empty. I want to unload the clip.
Well, all right. Not literally, y'all.
What do you say? Sometimes necessary. The biggest lesson. Ooh, these are good. What's the biggest lesson you've learned this past year? The biggest lesson.
The biggest lesson I have learned this past year is
What?
trust the discernment that God gave you.
Ooh.
Mhm. And how to be resilient in adversity.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's
It
good.
doesn't have to break you. It doesn't have to, destroy you.
Yeah.
You can still rise like a phoenix from the ashes.
These might be the questions right here.
Okay.
This is real worthy. We are REEL worthy. Real worthy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And for you, what's the biggest lesson you've learned this past year?
The Wizard of Oz had insight in it.
Okay.
Wizard of Oz, the scene where I think believers may. I'm almost positive. I can't remember when I looked. I'm almost sure Wizard of Oz is a Christian movie, but this
If
is
it
what.
ain't y'all, he wanted
No,
to
it
be
is.
so
It is. I
bad.
believe it is. I believe it is. State from Kansas. Come on now.
There's also a
I mean,
good
I
witch and a wicked witch, but whatever.
However,
however you need to make that work for you.
everything I need.
Mhm.
This is. I got two of them. Can I
Okay.
air out this one?
Come on, air it out. Everything.
There's nothing wrong with us.
Right.
There's nothing. This is what I've learned. There's nothing wrong with. There are adjustments that need to be made,
Mhm.
but if because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made,
In
and He
his
put His
image and his
hands, I
likeness.
can't hear nobody.
Come on.
So I don't mean to preach it, but He has given us all things that pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge.
That's right.
So one thing that I've really learned this past year is that it was already in me. It's in me. Those folks, Dorothy, the lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow went to the Wizard of Oz, whoever, whatever would be representative of the Wizard of Oz,
Right.
to get courage, to get a new heart, to get
A brain.
a brain, to get
To get back home.
to get back home.
Right.
once they got over the disappointment that
Who they thought was going to
who they
save
thought
them
was
couldn't
going to
save
save them couldn't save them. What they found out was is that everything that they came to the wizard to get was already
on the
in
inside.
them. They
Woo.
just needed a situation to
bring it
reveal to
out.
them.
Mm.
So Dorothy ministered to him. She sat him down. She had a deliverance, she had a counseling session with
Now
him.
listen, this is what's crazy, right?
Come on,
She
talk
had a
wizard.
counseling session with them, not knowing that she had her own answer too. It was already on her feet when she arrived to. Okay.
So that's what I've learned. I've learned that
See if we had little like clips that went in. That's where a praise break needed to
right
go.
there.
Like
Marcus, come on, cue it. He timestamped it. Okay, what have you recently learned about yourself this past year? 365 days.
Woo. Okay, number one, if I ever doubted it, I know without a shadow of a doubt that the Holy Ghost resides on the inside of me. Because baby, he be like, "Shut up." I be like, "Okay."
Right.
But even in that instruction, so much wisdom and knowledge was given to me.
Right.
Because I feel like sometimes, like I can just be so passionate that I'll just start talking or just saying or responding or reacting that I'm not giving myself enough time to really like take in what's happening and then process through it. So it was really eye-opening for me because I took more of a position of, okay, let me just listen. Let me just watch what's actually happening. Let me just hear what's actually being said. Because then my response to a lot of things were different. So
You got wiser with you somehow.
I guess if that's what you want to call it. But listen, there's a lot to be learned.
All right.
When you can just be quiet for a little while.
Okay, so let's get. No, I'm talking. What do you remember?
What? No, don't try to skip over
I'm
the
just
show.
trying to
Turn
come
it
on
down.
now.
What have you recently learned about yourself?
I think the depth of. Now, I'm a Capricorn. We've discussed this before. Talked about my therapist on this subject before, but I got to just tell you this, Aaron. I'll just make sure you know. I did not realize how of a loyalist I was, how deep of a loyalist I was.
Oh, absolutely.
That I think that was revealed, and also that
to your detriment.
Yeah. I'm a ride or die, but when the well runs dry, the well runs dry. So we're working through that. But I've also learned about myself that I've been sleep on me.
Come on. Because you got a whole lot to offer. Don't be
to
sleeping on yourself.
Where's the lighter at?
Look,
I need to get gassed
let's
up.
turn the gas on right here.
Unlet it, please. But yeah, that's something that I've learned about myself.
Yeah.
And I really believe that was not the case, but come to find out, like, yes, it's down this.
And acknowledging that you're gifted doesn't mean that you are arrogant. It just means that you are aware of the gifts that you have. So I'm glad that you're walking in that.
You got to move. You got to move with caution when you understand you packing. You can't just.
Okay. You don't want to.
I'm good. This is G. We G tonight.
It's okay.
What do you remember loving to do as a kid? What's something that you remember loving to do when you were a kid?
So the two things that come to mind immediately, y'all, I'm really a hippie to my core, just in case y'all didn't know.
Yes.
Let me introduce y'all to that.
Yes.
Because I used to love to lay out and watch the clouds go by.
Right.
And I used to love to roller skate. Loved it. Like.
Skate and outside.
Oh, listen.
Okay. Nature. That's how you got it right here.
No, I came out the womb with it.
All right. Go ahead.
Just genes helped me with it. Okay, so what do you remember loving to do as a kid?
I was my church's drummer. See, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. I was a church drummer.
Y'all, I'm gonna post a picture of him as a kid in his adult suit as a kid playing the drums. That's why I'm over here snickering. Just so y'all know, I'm not laughing on his skills or his ability. But that's just immediately I saw the picture of you in the suit with your drumsticks, sitting waiting patiently.
11 a.m. and then we had a 3 o'clock service. The guests eat first. We go downstairs and then the guest choir. And if they didn't have a drummer, I need someone to play drums. But that and also playing football after school with my friends. Like,
really?
Oh, we used to go. Me and B, we used to.
That's cute.
My grades suffered. Because
was it because of the football or was it lack of application?
No, we don't have time for that.
Okay.
But do you remember the last time you went to play with your friends? The last time was the last time? Like that last time, he was like, all right, y'all, we'll see y'all tomorrow. And like it was over, we became adults. You didn't, okay. Can somebody relate to me right there?
I spent a lot of time alone as a kid, though, because I moved to so many different states. You don't have to be sorry. It's just my reality. I think that's why I enjoy play as an adult so much.
Okay, we had fun. Listen, after school was over, we ain't even put on no play clothes. Straight into school clothes. Let's football. Now, if I go outside and play football, now I'll lock up. It ain't, but so.
You throw the ball with John, though?
Yeah, but I got
You ain't running.
Epsom salt. Yeah, I can't. Me and my son we raced the other day, and in my heart, I knew I could beat this boy. And my body said, yeah. My mind said, yeah. And my body said, no, sir. And I locked up like
Our 12-year-old smoked his daddy the other day.
I still ain't recovered.
You still the tallest person in the house, though?
No, but I know I'm faster than him. I just couldn't get my body to come on.
You got to do warm-ups first.
I got to warm up. Yeah. I got something for him this spring break. Please believe. I've been practicing.
I'll report.
Yeah, I'm coming for that.
We're about to let y'all on the backdrop.
Yes. Okay, last but not least, then we're going to do with these cards. Play questions. Okay. When do you remember laughing so hard? These questions are important.
Honestly, okay, so twice. So I laughed.
When was this?
Honestly, it was in the same day. We laughed so hard that I cried Monday. We got up at 3:00 to catch our flight back home.
Okay.
And you know how you'll recap your trip with your friends, and we were like in tears. We were laughing so hard. Yeah.
All right.
And then that night when me and you just were catching up with each other, I don't even remember what we said, but we just started laughing, and I could not let it go. I just had tears running down my face.
I gotta remember.
But to me, I think just my life feels so full that it's easy for me to laugh until I start crying because it's a lot of joy in my life.
Laughter is medicine.
It is.
There's something magical about when a person laughs to the point of crying.
Yeah.
Now, when we're sad, we cry.
Right.
But the total opposite extreme is laughing to that's something it has to be studied if it ain't been studied because there's something's happening.
Yeah.
A release is happening.
Exactly.
Okay, now ask me. I'm ready.
In a positive way.
I'm ready.
Here's a disclaimer.
All right, I was gonna get
John will laugh at any and everything.
You better tell the people
to the point of tears.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask because we're having this conversation for you guys, but I already know. John probably laughed to the point of tears today. He holding in laughter right now. Because he'd be thinking about stuff that's funny in his brain. He don't even always share it with the audience. But he'll just bust out laughing.
Like today. Like my 2 times I can't tell you what they were because they're not. But to her point, nowhere is off when my brain is
he
always.
Laughed almost to tears at a funeral.
I'm telling you, the joy of the Lord is my strength.
And I'm like,
no, I got joy. No, hell no. Hospitals, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, funerals, cemeteries, church, baptisms.
Yes.
If it's funny, I'm laughing. Now, I might not say it during the moment, but if you ask me after the serious moment is over, I recorded something in my head.
Yes.
Something's always funny. So, okay, when the fellas were over, we had guys' night, and I had to stop and go use the bathroom because I'm gonna pee at myself. Like, if it's funny, nowhere's off limits. That feels so free to me. So, it's the people who have the most serious jobs or the serious positions. They're the most unserious people. And you just get them behind closed doors. Nowhere's off limits.
We don't have to get you behind closed doors.
Well, in front of closed doors now. Everything's funny. Something's always funny.
Yes.
So, but
there's a lot of laughter in our life, but it's good.
I got that. That's what keeps me young. If you want to know, somebody who looks young and stay like they got joy. Yeah. This joy that I have, I wish you. I don't know if the world didn't give it. So, for real, it's over now. So, yes, I laughed till I cried and coughed. We all did.
And if he's drinking something, don't say anything that he can
You're
potentially
getting spit
laugh
on.
about.
I'm sorry.
Because
I'll
him
apologize.
and our son have that bad.
We
See? They'll
do.
do that right there.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
It's that.
you forgot you just put something in your mouth. Don't,
It just bubbles up. It just, that's how you know it's unprompted. It's just.
This is true. Duck,
Yeah.
dodge, because
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I
oh, my
live for a
goodness.
good laugh. I think comedians, I really think I miss my call to do stand up because a comedian's brain
Mhm,
can take a difficult subject
mhm, and make it funny.
and make it. People have been, I mean, it's been some serious stuff going on, and in my head,
I'd be laughing.
oh God, this is comedy.
You know, some people have 2 careers. You can always.
Well, it's not gonna be clean comedy. I got to say it how I see it.
Mhm.
Race, politics, religion, you name it. We dealing with. I got content for all of it. But don't be trying to tell me you shouldn't have said that. I'm saying it. Okay, we almost done. What's something new you want to do and try with me?
Ooh. So what I'm gonna say, you're gonna be like, oh no, and then
I'm not skydiving.
See,
I'm not jumping out of the plane.
You know what it reminds me?
Yeah, I'm not jumping on the plane. I'll be there when you get down. I'm not jumping out the plane. That's not cool to me. That's not cool. Not cool. That's not fun. You and your friends.
Okay.
For what?
Listen, I think that it would be.
Would you bungee
fun.
jump?
No.
Oh, that's
Okay, listen, I'm gonna tell you why though.
The ground is still the ground.
It's not about the ground to me.
What's it about?
The reason why I would not bungee jump is because I'm dependent on somebody attaching a cord properly. To skydive, I just need my parachute.
Well, you think man didn't make the parachute?
And I want the suit where it looks like you got the wings so
You
I can
can't do
glide.
both.
Yes, you can.
They got both.
Yes, it's just a different suit that you wear.
Oh,
where
like
you
a
can glide.
flying squirrel.
Yeah, but you still got the backpack to be like. I just think that there is something like, honestly, I just feel like it's gonna be a life altering like experience, like
To like a near death experience. I survived.
no, like in awe. You know, like I like nature and all
Now
that.
let me tell you what I would
So
do.
I would
up
be
high.
like, oh my goodness.
Is it not parasailing?
Mm-hmm.
But the other one, they got the surfboard with the string.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Out the water.
yeah, I would do that.
The water is gonna crush your bones harder than the ground would.
The wind.
Okay. Like when I was out of town, I skydived like Superman, like on my stomach this time.
On what?
Like
Air coming from the bottom?
no, sorry, zip line like Superman.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like they
You need to show me a
hoisted me
video.
from the back.
You need to take a video.
Yeah, I need to show you. Sorry.
You did?
That like a little thing.
We keep it secrets now.
Whatever.
See, this what these questions.
First
reveal.
of all, when
This
I
is
started
what's going
showing
on.
him the picture, he was on his iPad. So I was like, oh, okay.
Because you had already showed me them when you sent them to me. Anyway, okay, ask me. What's something I'm gonna do is try together?
What's something that you want to
The motherland.
do and try together?
I want to go to the motherland.
You want to travel to Africa.
Yes.
Okay. What part?
If Johnny, I tree apples. Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
Ghana,
Mm-hmm. Egypt.
Zimbabwe, Egypt. I got to go.
We really need like a month
I want to see my
so
people.
we can hit it like we want to.
I need to go home.
That is something we want
I
to do
want to
together.
visit the motherland.
Yeah.
I want that jewelry. I want that what's that? We'll start with the J.
Jollof.
Jollof. I want that jollof rice.
I want some curry chicken.
I want all of that. I want the full experience.
I want to ride a camel. I want to see the pyramids.
Yes. Now I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that okay. Whose turn is it? I think I
Yours.
lost. What would you spend the day doing if you had no other plans or obligations?
If I had no
plans, no
other
obligations.
plans or
No interruptions.
It has to be one thing.
It sound though. We got one more left, and that's it.
Okay, if I had no other plans or obligations, what would I do? I feel like I would travel.
I'm not surprised.
I know.
Where? Is there anywhere you're not going?
Anywhere
All
I'm
continents?
not going.
You want to travel?
I don't want to go to Antarctica.
You ain't never been.
But I don't want to go. I don't like the cold. You know, I don't like the cold.
Right.
So, but Other than that, I'm down to go to any other continent.
What would I do? Oh, I would play music.
Mm-hmm.
I would travel. I would make love to you.
Yeah,
We'd be outside.
I knew that was one of the
live music,
Yeah.
exercise.
Yeah, a
I would
festival would be
laugh.
nice. Another musical festival.
Yeah, or carnival.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to go to. That's what's on the bucket
would be
list.
fun.
You see me in the carnival, just mind your business.
Mhm.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
All of that. Anywhere tropic, I'm there.
Yeah.
Anywhere it's black people, I'm there. I want to see my people.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago,
Okay.
Bahamas, all of that. I'm gone.
Okay. That would be fun.
Last but not least, what new hobby do you want to try, but you don't know where to start?
Ooh.
Is there a hobby that you don't know where to start?
Let me think.
Okay,
Because I don't know, actually.
come on.
A new hobby that I want to try, but I don't know where to
You
start.
don't know where to start. You might have somebody in the comments help you start.
I don't know.
I have a hobby.
Okay, you go first. I'll think.
Photography.
Oh.
Somebody asked me, your phone? I keep all photos. I keep all memories. Like,
You
I'm
do.
on that.
You do.
But I would really like to do photography.
Okay.
All kinds of photography.
I know something that I would like to do.
What?
I want to take.
Shut up, Marcus.
Ooh. Don't be so aggressive.
No, he knows what he's doing back there.
I would like to take a cake decorating class
All right.
because I like to bake.
Okay.
But I think it would be fun to learn how to do the like intricate details. Like I follow this man on Instagram who's overseas that does all this chocolate artwork.
Yeah.
Like he can make anything out of chocolate. It's kind of weird, but it's like amazing at the same
baking
time.
class.
No, I know how to bake. I want to just know how to decorate the
decorate
different
it.
ways. Yeah,
All right. If you make it, I'll eat it. Deal.
deal.
So, okay, we have these cards. She has no idea what we're going to do.
I don't.
Okay, Marcus, you take a picture. Come on. Now, how many supposed to have for Uno? I'm trying to get some spades cards, but let me tell y'all this about us and spades. I wasn't raised to, I don't know how to play spades.
He's not my spades
Wait. I am a spadeologist now, but when I first met her, I didn't know that I'm a spadeologist, okay? But I didn't know that like spades is like a real thing.
Shout out to my brother. That's my spades partner.
I'm gonna crash out. This is really crash out. So
He
I
gets
say,
it every time I say it.
I want you to be my partner. Like, get on the spades table with me. And she's like, no, man. And I'm like, come on, man. We're married. We've been married, 14 years at this time, 15 years at this time. Like, you can't be my spades. Like, what's up? So
This is where wisdom comes.
we're playing spades, and we're on the other side of the table, and
And he get reneging,
and I reneged.
and he don't know how to count his books right. And this is why he ain't my spades partner, because I want to still love him at the end of the night and not feel like I need to choke him
We
out.
was on a divorce court over some spades, y'all.
I was like, I told you.
This is real. I didn't know.
My spades partner.
So
It was all out of love.
So I retired from spades because she was like, "I'm gonna be my partner." No, I don't want to be your partner ever again.
When did I ask you to be my partner?
You did. You was like, "Come on, we need another person." I was like, "Nah, I'm cool on it."
I
Babe,
did
you
not.
didn't want to play. You did. Last time we was at Melly's house, you was like, Anyway, so will you describe? Okay, this is our picture. How many cards you put for Uno? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, you got your 7. All right, come on.
I don't know what we're doing.
This is for the photo.
Oh.
So I brought these cards out. This is a side note. Will you explain what the problem is and what we mean by when an individual is holding holding the deck? So you're in relationship with someone. We're both supposed to be playing. And instead of me having my 7, you got your 7. What does that mean when we reference the statement that one individual, come on, you ain't got all of them yet. Now you want to play with me. What does that mean? Explain that.
I'm going to start off explaining it by posing a question. How can you play a game that's supposed to be for multiple people if you're not willing to share the cards that are needed to play the game?
The cards represent what?
So in a relationship, I would say the cards represent knowledge. It represents love, understanding, Honestly, it's normally information that the other person would need to be successful in the relationship with you.
Okay.
So if I hate pizza and he loves pizza, but I have never said to him that I hate pizza, and he's taken me on pizza dates, and I've sat at the table smiling and just batting my eyes at him like everything is okay. And then 10 years later, I go, and I don't even like pizza.
Yeah.
He gonna be like,
Yeah.
what is your problem?
Right.
Like, we've been having pizza dates once a month for 10 years. Where is this coming from? They're gonna be blindsided. And honestly, when you're trying to hold all the cards, it really comes from a place of like dealing with rejection and abandonment. But it then creates distrust in that other person because they're like, I thought we was good. Like, I thought we been, So that's what I would say. What about you?
So, to the point, I think that's one of the things that is a relationship killer, and that is one thing that kills or deteriorates
Right.
emotional intimacy. That I'm not sharing with you
Right.
what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling.
What's really in the deck.
And we can't play together if I'm holding all of the cards.
Yeah.
So,
especially if your partner is doing this. So hold the cards, right? So say he's holding all the cards and I'm asking, can I just have...
No. I got the deck.
Okay, well, but can
No,
I...
No, you can't have that one.
Well, can I have...
You can get this. Yeah, give me this bad one. Yeah, you can do something with that.
Oh. But what, can I have it? What about... Okay.
I'm dropping them drop forwards on you.
So... he gave me a 9.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with that.
But I wanted a wild card because I wanted to discover some more about him. But he was like, nah, you can't have that. I'm going to keep that for myself. So now we're depleting the relationship. We're depleting trust. If I came to the relationship already injured, with abandonment or rejection, all of those things are going to be inflamed by you constantly saying no because you feel like you got to be in control. Relationships are about so much vulnerability. And if you want a healthy relationship, you got to be more vulnerable than you ever planned on being in your whole life. So we talk about undressing in front of our partners, and society has made it totally okay to do it in the physical aspect. But if you want your relationship to be healthy, you really have to learn how to undress mentally and emotionally and spiritually with that person to really have that whole relationship that people aspire to.
And if you feel like you can't be honest with the fact that how much of that is your issue, and how much of that the other individual has contributed to that. But in the end, that is your responsibility. Now, if we're talking about Uno cards, the individual who holds all the cards is really the person that's going to lose. Because the object is to release your cards. I can hear vulnerability in the kitchen.
But a toxic person is going to say, but then I got all the cards, so all I'm going to do is keep skipping.
And so the only person that you're playing with is
yourself. Right. Because you got to skip people over and over,
So the beauty of using this analogy as Uno is that you're supposed to get rid of your cards. Put the cards on the table. You're supposed to play your cards. Yeah. So we playing dominoes. Okay, come on inside. If you holding big 6 at the end of the game, you didn't play right. You're supposed to get rid of your dominoes because scared money. You don't know the rest?
No, I just want to hear what you about to say.
Don't make money. All good money. All money ain't good money.
He was not raised playing spades or dominoes, so he fronting for y'all right now. Just want you to know. I'm going to be the person to keep it real.
All good, but give me on the table. All money ain't good money. Another one is if you study long, you study wrong, okay? And then when the game was over, what you supposed to do? Get on your backs.
Y'all, he been waiting to say this
I've been waiting to say
4 years.
Get on your backs.
Y'all made his day. I just want y'all to know, y'all have made his day.
On your backs. Come on, give it up. What we got? Yeah. So anyway, we hope that this has helped. Do these questions. I think these questions are good.
Yeah. If you're looking for a starting point, like people who are learning how to have those conversations with the person they're in relationship, whether it's a romantic or a platonic relationship, those who feel socially awkward, asking questions, steal some of these questions, please.
Get off that phone.
Yeah, and then let it just go into something super organic.
Nothing I said for my answers would have been that answer 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Right.
Every answer would have been different.
Even 3 years ago, I feel like our answers. Oh. And your laughter answer.
Yeah, that's just me. So we hope that this has helped. We hope that this has been insightful. Don't hold all the cards. Tell
Share.
that person, even if it causes discomfort,
Mm-hmm.
there is nothing like being in a relationship and being in a prison
Right.
because you won't say what it is that you think or feel.
Even if it's hard in the beginning, please speak. Because when we first started being super vulnerable,
Hell
with
in
each
hot
other,
water.
we was at each other's throat. I was like, I don't even know if I like you.
And I
Who
don't know if
are
I
you?
like you.
What is your real name? Let me see your birth certificate.
Man,
It was all of that.
you lied to me.
Right. And we both felt like that about different situations. And honestly, I don't think either one of us lied to each other, but because we didn't feel completely safe with each other in the beginning, we just didn't put all our cards on the table.
No, because I'm gonna need my cards.
So when we made the decision to put our cards on the table, we both had feelings about each other's cards, but then we had to look at it and be like, wait, I'm gonna be mad at you for holding cards. I was holding cards too.
All right.
So let's look at the cards and go
Turn
from
that
there.
gun around. So there's one thing that we should say before we leave. I think it's important.
Marriage is for
Grown folks.
That's right, y'all.